back-to-back A24 films. This is another A24 film. Let's see how this goes. Holy mackerel. False Positive is a new movie directed by John Lee. It's been a movie on Hulu for quite some time, and this film stars Pierre Bronson, Dr. Fate, and Alana Grazer. As if getting pregnant weren't complicated enough, this film follows the character named Lucy, who is set out to uncover the unsettling truth about her fertility doctor. And we have a horror slash thriller drama revolved around childbirth. First thing first, I want to get this out the way. I want to talk about the performances from Pierre Bronson, who plays the doctor. Not Dr. Fate, a little bit later, but Dr. Hendo. And he was a fertility doctor for our character Lucy. I want to say that his performance was terrific. It was great. His character was haunting, disturbed, intimidating. Just when Lucy and her husband are trying to talk to the doctor because they're having a hard time trying to get pregnant, and his vibes, man, he was giving out those creepy doctor vibes, like that smile. Fake. It's just so fake. Like, come on. Well, this dude smiles way too hard. I also want to talk about the performances from Alana Grazer. I want to get this out the way. Yeah, she had a terrific performance, and also she did a good job of intertwining the inner beats of showing the emotion and stuff like that. So, yeah, there is times where her character is, going through the motions, because in this film, it has some haunting visuals that is revolved around our character. And our character has these visions of events that happen, and it's like questioning your perception of reality, as if, like, did the events really happen, or the events is all in their head? And the audience is left ambiguous on what is actually happening. And I thought that all that will be good, and I was rooting for all this. If you followed this couple is trying to get pregnant, and Lucy's having a hard time getting pregnant, so they go in to see this fertility doctor. But the execution happened in the first act of the plot. But then when it transitioned into the second act and third act, that's when the film feels jumbled and all over the place. When I was watching this movie, I was getting bored. Like, literally nothing was happening. Yet it has some great visuals. I love the atmosphere of the film. It has the aesthetic of an A24 film, but I was bored out my mind. Not only that, the dialogue was unnecessary. It had unnecessary dialogue to the point where I didn't care. We got a whole bunch of shit happening, a whole bunch of visions, and a whole bunch of other things happening that doesn't really go with the narrative, and then it's just all over the place. I'm like, get back to the narrative, but they're not going back to the narrative. They're all over the place. They're like trying to give me a point from A to B. Just simple. Give me a point from A to B. No, you want to go to A to Z? This film definitely went that route. I checked out of this movie. It was all over the place. But then that 5 minutes happened. It ended the way it began. The film was like, it didn't know what to do. But it still had the Rosemary Baby vibes. This film is similar to The Women in the Window. Like, the first act was cohesive, and then the second act in that movie was all over the place. Similar to False Positive. The first act had a good performance. It was intriguing. I was rooting for it. Had a good atmosphere, good stylistic choices of an A24 film. But in that second act and third act, that's where the film lost me, and I could not wait for this movie to end. So yes, False Positive is the worst A24 film I've seen in my life. So I had to give False Positive back nipples. Yeah, I don't know about this movie, guys. So if you've seen the movie, give me your thoughts on the movie, and I'll see you guys in my next review. And if you like everything you see and you agree, subscribe to my channel and join me in the Batman family. I'll have more Batman-tastic reviews in the way. You have been warned. Till then,